Hello again, everyone. I'm Chef Francis, and I want to welcome you all back to Jeannie's Table. We're cooking outside today. It's summertime, and that's what you do. You cook outside. Today we are making burnt ends, but ours are going to be fake burnt ends because we are not using brisket. The usual meat is chuck roast, but today I got a great deal on hanger steak, so that's what we're going with. These are our ingredients for today. One thing that people usually call me on is that I use too much stuff. And you can see that there's a lot of stuff here. We have our glue, we have our seasoning, we have our dry rub, and this is our hanger steak. I cut maybe 3.5, 4 pounds of hanger steak, and this is what we are going with today. Okay, for burnt ends, part of the trick is getting a nice bark. Now, with hanger steak, we're not cooking so long, so we're going to use a glue to hold our seasonings. Glue is usually almost always just yellow mustard, but because I'm using a gas grill, I'm going to give it some extra flavor with some liquid smoke and some Worcester sauce. Here's our meat, and let me put on some glue. And now we got to mix this all up good so that all the meat is covered. There we go. And now we are ready for the seasoning. Okay, I have taken my seasoning and I've put it in this bowl, and it's all nice and mixed up. We're not going to just dump it all on. We're going to do some dumping and some stirring, because once again, we want all the meat to be covered in all the different sides and spots. And I dump some more on. And I do the highly technical stirring. It's a beautiful thing. We want seasoning on all parts of the meat. And all you got to do is stir till it's on there. Or till you've used up all your seasoning. We don't cook the meat directly on the grill. We put it on a rack. That way it raises off of the grill plate that's in the grill, and that way it gets heat all around on all the pieces of meat. I'm going to use a little spray on to make sure the rack is nice and lubed up for the meat to go on. Now, it's not technical. I just got to get these chunks of meat on the rack. We would like some room in between all the pieces of meat, but we don't have to really have any, because cooking the meat is going to shrink them up. Don't these look beautiful and delicious? I'm thinking they do. Maybe I'm a little bit biased because I'm cooking it, but still, nonetheless, it is what it is. Fake burnt ends. These are super fake. Super fake. They're super fakey. That's right. It'd be nice if we had that music in the background, wouldn't it? This is my grill. It's a gas grill. I like to use a cast iron grill plate to give me even heating, and that way nothing sticks. We're putting the rack of meat right in the center. Our grill, we would like to be at 300 degrees. And it's at 250 now because the grill was open, but it'll get back up to 300. We're going to come back in an hour, and we'll see you when it's cooked. There we go. Done with the first round of cooking. And here's what it looks like the first run. That's all. Okay, here we go. We put our nice raised rack of meat into our pan. and we make a braising liquid. What I got here is a little bit of this morning's coffee. I got some good old Evans Williams bourbon. In that goes a little more. And I got some good old Swanson beef broth. We're going to put some of that in here. And now, pour that in our pan. I'm going to foil this up and seal it for all good love of Mother Goodness. To go back on the grill for another hour. Okay, now it's all sealed. It's going back on the grill in our pan. I'm going to reset the timer, 6 minutes, and there we go. We'll come back in another hour. Okay, now they've come off the grill, once again cooked. Now I'm going to take them out of this pan, hoping not to burn my fingers. There we go. I'm going to take them out of this pan. I'm going to sauce them up and put them back on the grill for about 10 minutes to caramelize. All the sugar in the sauce is going to give us a nice caramelized texture on these burnt ends. Now we're going to sauce these up, and once again, saucing is just like the ingredients. Pick what you like, as long as it fits. We're going with my personal favorite, Famous Dave's. Put some of that on there. You can eyeball this. It's not exactly measured. We're going to use some Signature original steak sauce. We just want a flavor. We're not going with too much of it. We're going with some bold steak sauce. Once again, Signature. You know where Signature comes from, right? That's the Jules. Going with good old All-Star Champion A1, smoky black pepper sauce. And because it was out here on the there we go. Because it was on the table, I'm going to go with a splash of Evan Williams. Now I'm going to sauce this up. I'm going to put it back on the grill plate, and it's going back on the grill for 10 minutes. And then they'll come out, and you'll see them then. They're going to be beautiful, let me tell you. Okay, here we go. Those are gorgeous. Let's plate these up and eat them on down. Here they are. If I was serving you, they'd be on a serving platter. But since my producer, director, and cameraman and I are the only two that are going to eat these, we're serving them like this. That's it. Delicious, tender, and juicy. And I'm happy to have made these. Thank you all again for coming to Jeannie's Table. I hope you enjoyed our video tonight. Please remember, everyone eats, anyone, you can cook.